because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else. You mean, you used to act like that too? So, is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination? Imagination. So, this imaginary friend of yours, when does Paimon get to meet them? So, imaginary friends just disappear when you grow up?
Oh, Traveler! Fancy meeting you here. I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru. That's right! Looks like a monocle, but actually it's called an Ernama detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder.
So, you can see them? Tell us, what does his imaginary friend look like? Do you see him? Do you see him? Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size. Let's go see what everyone's imaginary friends look like.
There it is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora! A bloaty floaty!
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Sure, how can I help? Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. Say hello, Mr. Floaty. They can see you.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly. Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures. I think his name was... Stanley. Stanley's an adventurer. And you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to. Which child shall we interrogate next?
Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
Well, that is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard? How about we explore the area ahead of us later? What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Just drink responsibly on my premises.
And if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it? The same way you threw out Father's legacy. You sold off his mansion, or maybe you've forgotten.
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Sorry, I have no recollection.
Master D-Luke, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one, unmistakable in fact.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder. This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check. How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend?
Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously, I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better. I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training? How can I smash all these training dummies at once? Huh, so that's how to do it. I'm impressed. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training. I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Honorary night. Could you deliver a message to Jack for me? We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? Thank you so much.
Looks like we can't go any further. We didn't bag all the loot last time!
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high. Ha! Think you can get away? Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Hey, are those guys...
Time for takeoff.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way.
Who are you?
We came looking for you!
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together.
I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
You're Stanley, who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
The very same.
Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Why head back now? I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure story. Am I right?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more, where the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
No adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt in the wind? Yes. That's
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more? It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face. I agree. He wasn't telling the whole story.
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare? A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The Sword of Brilliant Valor and the Shield of Magnificent Honor. Apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. So, what do you say? Help a guy out?
Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
I have a bottle of rare vintage wine.
Let's hurry, there's no time to lose.